Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Gaza9919 here, and what this video is essentially about today is 1 year into E46 ownership. If you guys remember, I bought this car obviously about a year ago. It looked a bit sorry for itself. You know, I got it from a friend of mine, gave me a really good price for it. It had been sat for about 6 months, and it was just sort of, I don't know, I think it wanted to die, really, if I have to be honest. Because the minute after we tried moving it for the first time, it started up first time, but when we first tried to move it, the spring instantly snapped on it. And because of its location, we couldn't take the car out of where it was because it was a very narrow alleyway where it was being stored. So I had to fix it there and then. Now obviously, as time has gone on, the car has changed a bit. So on this car I've changed the basic things, like the common things like the diesel valve and the coolant system and things like that. You know, general maintenance stuff like the brakes I've changed, springs all around, shocks all around. So, including top mounts all around as well. So I think it's safe to say that maintenance wise a decent bit of money has been spent. I'm literally just at the point now where I'm starting to do some modifications, and as you can see, I've done a new M Sport bumper on the front, and I've put a sun strip on, and yeah, just a few other little things, you know, like just to be fair, I've put some stickers over the badges temporarily because the badges are horrific, and if there's one thing I hate, it's like a crusty BMW badge. Other things externally are the plate lights. It's had some LED plate lights, and I've also changed the inner brake lights because one of them actually fell out, and obviously they're really common to fade on these and just look horrible, and I think just changing them makes a world of difference. To be fair, it's not one of the cheapest cars I've owned. You know, fuel is very pricey, and it gets, when I'm just granddading about, it will give me about 25 miles to the gallon maybe, and then on runs, if I'm lucky, I might see 40 miles to the gallon, which isn't bad considering it's a 2.2 litre 6-cylinder petrol. But in terms of breakdowns, I think the only thing that's really done me is just tyre punctures, which is obviously, I wouldn't really class that as the car's fault, but it's been quite a good car to me so far, touch wood. Yeah, it hasn't really let me down too much, and I think that's partly down to the preventative maintenance more than anything, because if you do get one of these cars, and if you do get one of these cars, just know that it's going to be a bit of a ride, because you're not going to know what's been done to it, what's been fixed, and if nothing's been done, then you need to catch up with all those years of no maintenance. So there is still a few things to do on the maintenance side for me. I need to reinforce the rear subframe because obviously they are prone to cracking. I've got to give the gearbox a service because I've done just over 100k. I'm on 111k now, coming up to 112. And obviously with the gearboxes, they're given a lifetime warranty, a lifetime guarantee with the oil, and obviously lifetime guarantee is basically 100k. There's a pigeon in the road, I just need to slow down. Bloody pigeons. But yeah, I need to do that and the filter, and then I think the next big job that I'm going to attack is going to be the oil filter housing gasket. Now, to any of you that know BMWs, you'll know that there are three main areas where these tend to leak. There is the rocker cup gasket, which I've already had done. There's a sump gasket, which I haven't had done, and then there is the oil filter housing gasket, which is yet to be done. So we'll sort of be past halfway there. We'll be 2/3 of the way there after we've changed that. There are plans to maybe get it on some coilovers later on, but again, I think whenever I do any mods, I'm just trying to like figure out, like weigh up mods and mechanical fixes, because you know, I'm one of these people, I'm a bit weird. I like to do a lot of the time I'll pick maintenance over mods. It's just recently I've gone a little crazy and I've bought a bumper and a sun strip. 1 year on, you know, and I have to say, I'm still loving the car. I think the thing is as well that like has really sort of made me think, yeah, this is my forever car, is that, you know, usually after I've had a car for about a year, I start feeling an itch to get something else, and 9 times out of 10 I tend to get something else. But with this, I don't know, that I haven't really had that at all, and I just, like I've said, I'm just literally enjoying it, and it's brilliant. And these cars, like, when you're you know, when you're giving it some, like, you really feel connected with the car and connected to the road. It's amazing, and I've never experienced anything like it. And plus, obviously, the fact that it's rear wheel drive just makes all of that even more fun. Oh, and another thing I didn't mention that I am thinking about doing at some point is a manual swap. I've spoken to somebody who is quite reliable at doing mechanical work, and he said he would give me a hand. So, oh, that is gorgeous. I want to listen to this. I don't know if you heard that, but that was a Mustang just gone by, 1960s. Beautiful. But yeah, there are plans to manual swap it. Obviously that's a big job because you've got to change a lot of things, like you've got to change where the shifter is, you've got to add a non-existing clutch pedal, and then you have to change prop shafts, and the list goes on, to be fair. But I think it'd all be worth it because this is fun as is, and with a manual box I think it would be unreal. I haven't driven one of these in a manual. I think the only Beamer I've ever driven in a manual is a 5 Series, and that was a 520D that I very briefly had. I didn't have it for long because it had some issues, but that was like mean, and that was only a 2-litre diesel, so God knows what this would be like. There's plenty to be done. We've got a long way to go. Obviously I've got the M Sport front bumper. I'm going to need the M Sport rear bumper. And then I'm toying with the idea of a spoiler, because the thing is, I know with these E46s, a spoiler, it ruins the car very easily if you're not careful. And there's only very certain type of spoilers that fit this car. And I think from what I've seen so far, in my opinion, like the only sort of spoiler that'd suit it is the sort of spoiler that they have on the E36s. But again, I'm going to have a look and just see what I can find. I might not even bother putting a spoiler on, but we'll just have to see. So that is a recap of 1 year of E46 ownership. And as always, thank you to everybody who watches and comments on the videos. Thank you to everybody who subscribe. Hopefully we'll get to 3,000 subs quite soon. But that is it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe even hit that bell icon for notifications on future uploads. But until the next time, peace.